Welcome into this week's edition of Maverick Insider. The Minnesota State women's track and field squad is top 5 in the nation. I'm Rob Clark, joined alongside the senior Ashanti Harvey. Ashanti, just how exciting of a season has this really been for this group? I know things are really starting to get going now.
It's been a really great season. Things have progressed from day one, from December, after our break and before our break. It's been the same, and everyone's progressing really good.
When we look at your journey to Minnesota State, you started out your collegiate career at Auburn. What really drew you to this Minnesota State program and, coming up to Minnesota?
So I did have 1 year left at Auburn, but I only had 2 indoors, and it wasn't going to work out because I didn't have the funds to be able to pay for indoor. So Parno reached out to me, and he's been wanting to we out for a long time, and I definitely decided to give it a chance this time.
What do you really love about this program and the way that we see so many really high-end athletes come through, and it always seems like they're in a position to do some really great things here?
I believe that he's a really, really nice coach. He takes time to let his athletes perform and give them chances to perform over, even if they mess up or not. And it's really like a family-like dynamic. We all hang out together. We do stuff together. We keep each other on hook. We look out for each other.
And you mentioned that family atmosphere, but I have a feeling it's got to be pretty competitive with, because there's so many talented sprinters and hurdlers, within this group. So, how do you kind of balance, being friends and then kind of maybe flipping that switch, I guess, for meets and wanting to, obviously be the first to cross?
I would say for my group, we are all on the same level of back and forth. We just encourage each other repeatedly. We encourage each other a lot. We take time, even if one of us mess up. We sorry, even if one of us mess up, we encourage each other even more. Look out for each other. I can describe it it's like a friendly, competitive atmosphere.
Absolutely. And how much of solid influence has Denisha Cartwright been for this program and your career as well?
I would say I did come here because of, I've seen her times. I was like, oh, I want to be like her. So I came here for her. Just looking at her and seeing her times progress from where she was in the beginning to now, it influenced me. So, I want that. So I came to Parno.
And, having that experience of competing, at Auburn, even though this is a D2 school, do you feel like, it's basically a Division I track and field program by the way that a lot of things are happening, with the practice and the coaching and the training and all that?
I honestly do. I'll say at Auburn, I didn't, run enough. It is fast, it is very competitive, but this is also very competitive also. It's competitive on my level. So I would say that, yeah.
And where have you noticed the biggest improvements that you've kind of been able, or maybe some of the tweaks that you've been able to make to really, have those really, really fast times that we see you able to lay down?
So I would say it started last year of outdoor season. Indoor wasn't too good, but outdoor season, something clicked. I don't know what clicked, but something clicked during nationals, got 5th place, and I knew what to do there, and I had to bring that for indoors this year. And it was basically my speed, some of my start, and I just brought that indoor, and everything started clicking, and now just PRs on top of PRs.
What will it take for this group to, be lifting some hardware at the end of the season? I know as far as the women's track and field program go, not too far removed from that national championship. I feel like it was just yesterday that we were covering that group that, won the Division II national championship.
I would say a lot of discipline for the new season. I would say teamwork, family dynamics, staying together, uplifting each other, healthcare. I would say, especially taking their personal health, or their mental health. I would say all of that together will make everything stronger.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and best of luck the rest of this season.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The Minnesota State men's track and field program is top 5 in the nation. I'm Rob Clark, joined alongside the pole vaulter, Collin Windorski.
Yep.
Collin, how is the season really going so far, and how exciting is it to be ranked so high nationally with this group?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. Got off to a hot start, which is nice. It's always a little bit odd kind of having a meet early in December and then kind of going into a Christmas break and not really knowing where we're going to be nationally, kind of coming back from that. But got off to a hot start that first meet, and then now we've been kind of rolling into the first week of rankings here.
And for you, just kind of take me through the whole process. Like, what does it take to really, be able to perform your best at a meet, and specifically in the pole vault, be able to put up some really good numbers?
Yeah, it gets tough. I mean, it's kind of one of those events where you weren't really fast enough to be a sprinter, probably not strong enough to be a thrower, big enough to be a thrower. Maybe you couldn't jump far enough to be a jumper, but you kind of need to be pretty solid at all of those to make it work. And goes into a lot with bringing different poles and different heights and different things that kind of go into it. So it's kind of constantly balancing how your body's feeling, how your body's reacting, and then also kind of trying to push that towards the next height. And especially travel meets, it gets difficult because you're balancing all of that while also trying to carry around 16-foot long bags and get those on buses and in and around meets. So
absolutely. And what are some of the goals that you've really set out for yourself this season?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing this year is just kind of keep pushing that PR a little bit higher. I was lucky enough to first meet to jump a 5:07, which was a new indoor PR, lifetime PR. Really trying to push that. I want to jump 17 feet this year, so that's around 5 meters 18. So just kind of keep pushing that higher, make it to nationals, and hopefully put myself in a position to do well at that meet and possibly score some points for the team.
We've got the Mark Shuck Open and Multi coming up this weekend. When you think of Mark Shuck and everything that he meant to this Minnesota State program, how special is that meet for not only yourself but the rest of this Minnesota State track and field program?
Yeah, I mean, ever since I've been here, it's kind of been one of those meets that we get a lot of people to, and from a competition standpoint, you always want to be competing against the best. I think that's what helps us be great is competing against people that are maybe better than us or at our level and can push us to be better. So not only is there that high level of competition, but then we also bring back so many of those alumni, not only from Minnesota State, but also from the track and field program itself. And we get to showcase how hard we've been working to the people that kind of paved the path for us ahead of time. So it's kind of just a big culmination of a lot of things that come together and really make a great atmosphere.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
We'll be right back after the break. Stay with us.